Today's news video is short and juicy. Check it out right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to RomRom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to our regular news roundup where we tell you all that's new in the world of sim racing, racing games and anything else of interest to petrolheads in all things digital. If you have any news for us, send us a mail to news@romrom.net. Thanks for watching, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. Okay, we only have 3 news tidbits today, but they are important enough and big enough that we thought let's make a video. Without further ado, here's the news. We already told you about the new DLC in the last news. At the same time, Kunos published the version 1.6 for this sim. This version brings different updates like improvements of the AI behavior as well as fixes in the behavior of the marshals, making detection, in-game reaction and accuracy of yellow flags much better and improved tire physics. But you will only get the new tire compounds, the Pirelli DHA, if you own the DLC. Also, the balance of performance has been tweaked and in part made fitting to the 2020 season, and they have added new spotter messages for faster car approaching and the pre-race countdown. And you can change the force feedback setup for each and every car. And while they say they've optimized the graphics, VR is still an enormous resource hog. So much that although I'd love to stream some of my races on Assetto Corsa Competizione, having OBS and ACC open in VR at the same time makes both the sim and the video unbearable to watch. If you're interested in the details of the physics updates, we've linked 2 posts by Kunos' own Aristotelis Vasilakos, which are a great read if you are interested in physics and how they are simulated. To all others, we promise you can still drive Assetto Corsa Competizione without knowing about this. But man, did I love to read them. Season 2 of SnowRunner just came to the game officially on Monday with the Yukon as the new region. For now, it includes 2 maps, Flooded Foothills and Big Salmon Peak. Yukon is in Canada, in case you're wondering. According to the developers, these 2 new maps make the game 50% bigger than at the beginning. That's how big the new maps are. On these new maps, you will have a central goal to build brand new facilities and a large ore processing plant made out of 3 smaller buildings. These 2 new regions are, by the way, more mud than snow, but they still have enough snow in them. We got also new vehicles, of which the CAT TH357D AG should be specially mentioned, as it's a forklift. Yes sir, we're diversifying now. Now, why is it listed as a Scout? Also, the CAT 770G, which looks like a heavy-duty truck. And this game has already seen many of them, but take a look at this one. According to the press release, it's the largest truck ever in the franchise, and we're prone to believe it just by looking at that beast. And lastly, the KRS-58 Bandit, a twin steer that looks a little bit nimble. But of course, next to the CAT 770G, I suppose everything looks nimble. We've been told there's some amongst you who don't have enough to do with the contracts in the maps and also do the trials. Rejoice, as you'll get 2 new trials in this update, Snowbound Valley and Zalocoris. I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, and now you'll really be able to secure trucks and trailers on trailers and transport them to where you need them. If you're one of those weirdos that drives inside of the cockpit, but the strange animations of the driver's hands drive you nuts, they drive me nuts after 3 seconds or even sooner, now you can turn them off and continue on the cockpit, you weirdo. Long announced, the mod browser is now an integral part of the game, and at last also for console players. Yay! Even those who have not made the jump to Season 2 will profit from the Season 2 update, as the devs have included new missions for the already existing Alaska and Taimyr maps that will be made available for all players. Also, we all get some additional cosmetic options like hood ornaments and stuff for the cockpit. Some new skins and graphic details round up the gamut of updates, and by what we've seen in the development of SnowRunner in this half a year, we expect many more surprises coming in this season. Oh yeah, MudRunner is coming to the Epic Games Store for free next week. If you've never played it, go and get it as well. Of course, it's not at the level of SnowRunner, being the predecessor to it. For that price, it's a great complement to the collection and will keep you as occupied as SnowRunner does. First of all, a reminder that Spa is now available for rFactor 2 at a price of €9 USD, and we suppose if you're a fan of the sim, you may want to get it, as we've been told it's quite well done. Moving on to the news, Studio 397 has released a new update. With this update, they are bidding farewell to the 32-bit version of the sim, as luckily their data shows almost nobody uses that anymore. It may very well free some developer resources, and working on only 64-bit, if done cleverly, can make the sim much better. Let's see what the future brings. And while Studio 397 would want you all to move to the new UI, we cannot recommend doing that until they have not made the user experience in that new UI enormously better, as well as making the UI faster. For now, it's a difficult to navigate UI that could really profit from a heavy dose of usability testing. Moving on with the update, Studio 397 have fixed a ton and a half of medium-sized bugs, mostly with regards to graphics. For all details of the update, see the link to their post that we've put in the description. And for more news and other videos in our channel, check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.